Installing and using CCleaner. CCleaner is a really cool program. What it does, and it actually stands for crap cleaner, the C stands for crap, it gets rid of the crap in Windows. There's a lot of files that are left over called temporary files. When programs are running, they create temp files, and sometimes they don't clean themselves up. There's a lot of other files that are left over for various reasons as well. It also cleans out something called your registry. We're going to learn about the registry later in the year, but for now, the registry is nothing more than a big database inside of Windows that keeps track of where everything is and how things should work within Windows. A lot of time, a lot of crap is left over in there too that can be removed out. The more you can remove out of the registry that isn't needed, the faster your computer will run. So this is a very important program to have on your computer. So go ahead and install the CD, or put the CD in your computer that you got in the classroom from me. Then go out to your CD drive and go into the folder called Tools. Inside there you'll see a folder called Crap Cleaner 2.1.4. There might be a newer version out there. Once we install it, it'll show you, you go to help, it'll tell you where the website is. And if you want to install a newer version, if it's available, that's okay as well. Go ahead and double click on the Crap Cleaner folder and you'll see CC Setup 214. Go ahead and double click on that file. And the first things it asks you to do is select a language. Obviously, we're going to select English, which is the default. Welcome to CCleaner Setup Wizard. Click on Next. Agree to their little thing there. And then go ahead and install it. Now, a few things here. We don't want to add the Yahoo toolbar. Again, this is free software. They're going to try and add a toolbar in here, hoping that you'll use it and it'll get paid for. Go ahead and get rid of that toolbar. We don't want to automatically check for updates. All right, you can check for updates manually if you want. Add open CCleaner option to the recycle bin. What it's going to do is when you right click on recycle bin, you can open the CCleaner in the menu there. I don't like adding things to the menus that are already in Windows. It just makes them cluttered. You can also add run CCleaner option to the recycle bin context menu. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. The only thing we really want is we want a desktop shortcut, and we obviously want it in the start menu so we can get to it. And go ahead and click on install. And that's it. We're done. Go ahead and click on finish. And you're going to see a new icon on your desktop, CCleaner. Go ahead and double click on that and I'll show you how to use it. Okay, the CCleaner interface is really simple. The two basic things you're going to use is the cleaner function and the registry function. You have a bunch of different things here that it'll look for, a bunch of different crap in the computer that it'll try to get rid of. By default, it selects most of them that you need. All right, you really don't have to play with these at all. Just go ahead and click on Analyze. And when you click on Analyze, it's going to take a while, especially if your computer's been running for a while. You've had your computer for a few years, let's say. It's going to take up to 2 or 3 minutes to find all of the stuff in your computer. When it finally gets done, it's going to say analysis complete, and it's going to tell you how much can be removed. In my computer here, my virtual PC, there's only 7.5 meg that can be removed. And it'll give you a listing of all this stuff too. This is a very safe program. I've never had a problem with it. I've been using it for about a year now, and I've really never had an issue with it. I just go ahead and tell it to run the cleaner, and it's done. It removes 7.56 meg. Okay, now over here in the registry, click on Registry. It's going to go through that big database I told you about, and it's going to look for any errors in there. So click on Scan for Issues. And this is a fresh installation of Windows, by the way, and you can already see there's issues. Okay, and I've got a couple of issues. Now, if you've had a computer that's been running for a long time, you're going to have a lot of issues. You're going to be amazed at how many it finds in here. What you do is you click on Fix Selected Issues. And it's going to ask you, do you want to back up these changes before you do it? Yes, always do this. Say yes, and what it does is it puts a backup file, or what we call a reg file, a backup file into My Documents by default. It's going to save it there. Go ahead and click on Save, and then tell it to fix all selected issues. Are you sure you want to? Absolutely. Click OK, and then it says the issues have been fixed. Go ahead and click on Close. Now, the crazy thing about the registry is when you make some changes in the registry, other things that are dependent on those things you removed are now going to be broken. So you should run this a few times. Scan for issues again and keep doing that until it finds no more problems. See, it just found another one. I'm going to go ahead and say fix selected issues. Do you want to back up? Yes. Click on save. Now notice it's a different file name. Okay, there's the one we saved before. Go ahead and click on save, and then go ahead and click on fix issue. I've only got one issue, so it knows there's only one to fix. And then go ahead and close. And like I said, keep doing that until it doesn't find any more issues. No issues were found. Good. And we're done. There's some tools in here. You can uninstall from this program. You can see what starts up automatically. You can go ahead and play around with some of these other things. But the two main things you're going to use are the cleaner function and the registry cleaner function. Great little program. Now, let's say you restart your computer, or it's done some changes to the registry, and now your computer's really acting funky. Something ain't right. Well, the backup files, this is how you use them. Go into My Documents, and then go here. There they are, right there, the two files. And let's say that one of the things that it took out of the registry caused one of your programs not to work. No problem. All you have to do is double-click on the file, and it's going to say, are you sure you want to add the information from this file to the registry? You simply click on yes, and all the things you removed before are put back in. Now, if you have an issue with the program with CCleaner, you're not going to be able to use CCleaner's registry cleaner function, unfortunately, because it's always going to cause that problem with your system. But I have never, ever run into an issue. I've been using this for over a year now, and I've never run into an issue. I still back up as a precaution, always back up as a precaution, but I've never actually had to use those. But if you do have an issue, they're there and they're available. They're very small files too. They don't take up much room at all, so you can just leave them in there. This one's 5.8K. Very, very small files.